we're all scared, maybe. I don't know. We're all horrified, maybe. I don't know. But what I know is that we really don't know what could be next. And I know that if we want to, there's opportunity now and in this moment where we could like create change and evolution. And it's going to require some stuff of all of us, right? Like, I've been talking a lot about this. I think there's a lot of us on the left and a lot of folks on the left that are maybe like struggling this week and contending with realizing that like, they haven't really understood what it was to stand for liberation. And if we want to get to collective liberation, we're going to need collective action. And if we want collective action, we're going to need to do some healing. And we need to do it quick, right? And if this is your first time going, oh my God, there's horrors in this world that I couldn't conceive of, I'm really sorry. It's a really hard place to be in. And if you are fighting right now to like see the world become something better and leave something better behind, we got to get together. And that means that like 12 months, 14 months, 16 months down the road, that like terrible uncle at Thanksgiving that like, you know, wore his MAGA hat and with pride was saying all this shit, right? Like, in those moments, that guy, 12 months, 14 months, 36 months, next week, there's going to come a time when, like, working class folks are going to be struck with horror, right? And they're going to go, holy fuck, right? We didn't know. This person was, like, standing for us, we thought, right? And when that shit happens, the left, like, we got to be ready to say, yeah, you didn't fucking know. And if we want to see better in our world, it's time. It's time and come on. But the left, we got to be ready to do that first. And that's what's got me worried. All these things I'm seeing. We need this week to grieve. We need this time to grieve. But we also have to start with collective action. And we have to start working together. And we have to recognize within our own side, whatever you want to call it, the side of humanity, right? That's what we are. That's what we're fighting for, right? Like, we got to do healing here. And folks, some of y'all real amazing, like awesome liberals who like stand for what's good in this world, but maybe never had to actually see the horror of it before today or before Wednesday or before, I don't know, October 7th, before October 17th, right? Those folks, like, y'all got to show up with some humility and y'all got to come into this space ready to like recognize that it's time to learn and grow. Education is so important right now, right? We have a little bit of time. So like start finding your podcasts, finding the books, finding your people, building your communities and building your networks. We got to have trust with one another to do that. And to have trust, we have to come to one another in shared accountability, and we have to be willing to put like ego aside. Like it's got to be ego aside. And I just want to say to anybody that might be listening or might not be listening, or maybe I'm recording this for this is the time for us to start building, and this is the time for us to start truly like looking in our own communities and in our broader networks, finding the helpers, right? Like Mr. Rogers says, we are the helpers, and we got to find each other, and we got to start building, and we got to start growing, and we have to be healed as much as we can, right? Because when these folks start coming back to us that are horrified and they didn't know and they weren't expecting it to be like this and they thought everything was going to be fine and they find out that it's not, we got to be ready to welcome them, because when it's all of us fighting, the world becomes better. When it's all of us together, there's chance and hope. And right now, I think hope is what everybody needs. And for me personally, hope is in like, all right, it's collective action. What do we do? How do we get started? So hold the people you love close. Meet the people you don't know. And just be kind to one another. And educate. Learn. And those of you out here in this doing it, like, your hearts are beautiful and broken and loved, right? We are holding each other in love. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm rambling, but I just decided I had to get out of my mind this thought of like, we need the left to work on healing so that when when it really becomes the moment that like there's a possibility for like building a broader base, like that we are able and ready and can. So that was a lot of me just rambling. I'm going to probably start recording some videos and doing like some interviews with people and talking to other people about what organizing can look like in your community, what organizing means inside of your heart, what it means to have to really confront the ways in which societal burdens have taught us things are real or not. I'm going to start talking about that stuff. So, hit me up if you want book recommendations, or if you need to know that you're loved. I guess if you ever see this, and for those of you watching it, you are loved, and we are better and stronger together, and we gotta be together. That's all.